Welcome back to another Bolt tutorial. Have you ever wanted to programmatically send text messages from your web app over to a mobile device? In this video, we'll be exploring how to use the tool Telnyx to send real-time text messages from your Bolt project. Telnyx is an up-and-coming, cost-effective solution you can use for real-time voice and messaging agents. They position themselves as your one-stop shop for distributed infrastructure, offering services like messaging, voice, numbers, and more. To get started, let's sign up, and we can choose a freemium account. Please note, to follow along with everything shown in this tutorial, you will need to add money to your account. There's a $5 minimum and then a $1 cost to buy a toll-free number too. Once you've created your account, the first thing I'd recommend is fully verifying it. So that means going through two-factor authentication, a $5 payment with your credit card, and know your customer, such as submitting photos of your driver's license. It can be a little bit confusing, but stick with it. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes. Once you're all set up, jump back into your homepage. In the sidebar, go into real-time communications, messaging, and programmable messaging. Here, we're going to create your first profile. Add a name, choose API v2, and next. Let's choose our region and create. Inbound settings refers to when people are trying to reply to your text messages. So for now, let's ignore this and click next. To authenticate the API v2 outbound, we need to retrieve our auth key here. So let's follow this. Let's create our Telnyx API key. So I'm going to set no expiration. I won't worry about a tag, and I'll click create. It will display your API key. It's important for you to write this down and save this somewhere safe, and we'll come back to this. Now we can see the API key is set up and active. With that done, let's press back and go back into our messaging setup. We'll open our messaging profile again, and this time click on senders and assign numbers. Now let's buy a phone number from them. If you do want to use a local number, be aware that as of 2024, America has rolled out new requirements, so you need to fill out a 10 DLC registration form. This requires brand visibility and campaigns around the text messages you'll be sending. This requires verification, so to avoid this step, I'm going to choose a toll-free number and search numbers. Let's select a number that you like, add to cart, and we'll buy that number for a $1 upfront cost and a $1 monthly recurring cost. Now that that's active, let's set up our messaging profile for it and accept this 10 cents extra value change. Now it's time to add this Telnyx service into our Bolt project. First up, let's get some context for the agent. So I've gone to the Telnyx developer documents under the send your first message section, and we're going to copy this page as a markdown document. Here's our prompt. I would like to connect the Telnyx service so that when I follow the prompts to send an SMS message alert, it should use the service to do so. I have my Telnyx API key and new phone number ready. And build. Here's what the Bolt agent's done. The SMS alert flow now routes through a Telnyx-backed Bolt database edge function. When you confirm the alert in send SMS alert modal, the request is sent server-side to Telnyx. The message delivery is logged and the report is marked as notified. Now it's asking us to fill out our secrets, so let's open these up. Let's add our Telnyx API key that we saved from before. We'll add the from phone number that we just purchased through Telnyx, and now we need to add our messaging profile ID. To get this, under programmable messaging, let's open up our message settings, and under details, here we find our profile ID. Copy, paste, and create secrets. Now that those are created, let's test it out. Here are our reports ready to send via text message. So under Diego, I'm going to open his profile, edit the details, and add my personal phone number here for testing. Once that's done, let's test out the alert. And here's our message, review, preview, the receiver's phone number, and channel SMS via Telnyx, and send SMS. So now let's test it out. Alert, preview, I'm happy with that, and send. We're getting a message, let's copy this. Here's our prompt. I'm receiving the error message that says the to address should be a single valid number, please fix. Let's try this for another patient. So Sophia Martins. We've updated Sophia's number to our testing number. Back in overview, send the alert, review, send SMS. And there we go, SMS sent to Sophia via Telnyx. Although it said it sent a text message, I didn't receive one on my test number. So jumping here into the reporting dashboard, I can see it's tried to send 2 messages, but 2 have not been delivered. So let's diagnose this issue. I'm going to take a screenshot of this page and I'm going to drag and drop this screenshot here into the Bolt agent. Here's our prompt. You showed me a toast saying SMS successfully sent, although I never received the text message, and that Telnyx dashboard says 2 messages were unsuccessful. Help me diagnose the issue. Let's put it in plan mode and build. Now with everything set up, let's test this out. Alert, here's our message, send SMS. SMS sent to Marcus via Telnyx. And sure enough, on the testing phone number, I received that message. Now that we have outbound messages successfully configured, let's allow our customers to reply. I'm concerned our agent context window is nearing its capacity, so I'm going to clear the context. Within Telnyx, remember we skipped this inbound setup, so let's address this now. Notice that we control these inbound messages via webhooks. So let's jump back into the Telnyx developer docs. Here I have their explanation of the webhook fundamentals. I'm going to copy this page, paste this into our agent so it can use it as context. Also, let's take a screenshot of how we're setting up these webhooks. Notice it has 2 input fields and I'm going to ask the Bolt agent to help me with. Here's our prompt. Now, please help me set up inbound messages, which are replies from our customers. When the customer replies, I should see that here in my dashboard. I've provided webhook information from the Telnyx developer documents, and also a screenshot is what required in my Telnyx dashboard. Please guide me through the setup. We'll put it in plan mode and build. So here's the plan. The agent wants to set up a database schema for messages, so it can now save these in the Bolt database for inbound and outbound. It'll create the Telnyx inbound webhook edge function, add to the dashboard, and even set up real-time updates. Let's answer these clarifying questions here. We'll turn it off plan mode and build. The agent's finished working, and now we can see it's set up this inbox tab and it's provided the webhook URL. Let's copy this. It's also telling us to leave the webhook failover URL blank for now. And let's paste that webhook URL here. Save. With that all set up, I'm going to test out replying from my personal test number, and hopefully we'll see it here in inbox. And here we go, a message from William Sayer saying hello world. It received the message properly. Note that because I have used the same phone number for some of these other contacts, it's only showed up from the first one that I saved it to. Let's test out a reply from here. This failed, so let's prompt a fix. Here's our prompt. When I reply from within the inbox page to a patient, it says failed. Please help me fix. The agent's fixed it, so let's test again. And sure enough, with my personal test number, I received that reply. Now together, let's do an end-to-end test so you can see how this works. On the left, here I have my SMS messaging receiver, and on the right, here's the web app. Let's go into the inbox. Under William Sayer, let's send a message. Reply. Reply sent, just like that, it's been received. Let's test a reply. Send, inbox, and here we go, replying back. It works, and it works in real time. Remember that your customers are so much more likely to view and reply to text messages than they are with your emails, so this is a fantastic way to open up customer communications. As always, thank you so much for watching, and all the best implementing SMS communications with your customers. See you next time.